My name is Tom Barnes. I'm going to give you a quick introduction to our product, Brimstone. This is just a natural piece of wood. There's no chemicals, no nasties, nothing. We simply take locally grown hardwoods and we put them through a process called thermal modification. Now, a piece of wood goes into the process looking like that. This is a piece of ash. And it comes out of the process looking like that. So the most obvious difference is that it turns it all a chocolate brown colour. But the most useful change is that it alters the relationship between the wood and water. So water can no longer bind with this piece of wood. So this will stay dry on the inside, even if I put it outside in the rain. Now the benefits of that are that the piece of wood is very, very stable, so it doesn't move and twist and warp like other timbers will. But also, because it's so dry, it becomes very, very durable, which means it will last a long time outside before it starts to decay. To produce this product, we take locally grown ash, we take poplar, and we take sycamore. All three brimstone species are ideal for timber cladding because they're durable, they're stable, and also they're of very high quality. So we will take logs and select them to make sure that there's almost no knots in this timber. And that means visually the cladding will be comparable to very high quality Canadian cedar and even some tropical hardwoods. The other benefit of brimstone is that it weathers very nicely outside. So left out, it will grey down, as will all timber, but brimstone tends to grey more quickly and more evenly. So compared to timbers such as oak, where you do get a leaching of tannin, or cedar, where you get a leaching of oil and it can make the surface quite messy, you tend to find with brimstone that it weathers quite neatly and goes to a nice grey. Now importantly, all of our brimstone is produced from locally grown hardwoods. And by that I mean the vast majority of the wood that goes into these products comes from within 100 miles of our sawmills here in Wiltshire. Now, there are many benefits to that. Obviously, it reduces the need to import wood from abroad. It reduces the emissions from the transportation. But I think most importantly what it does, it actually allows us to support local woodlands and help to fund the management and growth of those woodlands. The reason that we've selected ash, poplar and sycamore for our brimstone manufacturing is that they are all underused timber species, but it's actually what our woodlands are full of. So we think it's really, really important to give value to what's actually growing in our woodlands here locally in the UK. The other important factor is that all of these species are relatively fast growing. Whereas an oak tree would take 150 to 200 years to grow before we can use it, an old growth cedar tree can take 300, 400, 500 years to grow. These species take 50 to 70 years to grow before they're ready to use. Now that's really important because if we're going to use more timber in the future as part of our bio-based economy, we need to be looking at species that do grow quickly and then can be replaced with new saplings that will carry on growing up and doing all the good things that trees do. By way of summary, brimstone is extremely durable, very stable, and relatively free of knots. If you are looking at creating a modern and contemporary appearance for your building, then the brimstone cladding is a really good option, and it's a great replacement for imported species such as Canadian cedar.